Hi Switch Up family and welcome back to the channel. Remember, we give away a free Nintendo Switch game to one subscriber who is most active and engaged with the community, but also to one of our patrons. Check out the odds on the screen. This is my review of Realm Royale, which I've been completely addicted to since it dropped last week. Imitation is the highest form of flattery, they say. Well, let's find out. First things first, let's address the elephant in the room right away. Yes, it does look a bit like it. Yes, they did copy a lot of it. No, it doesn't have fort building. Back in 2000, when the film Battle Royale first came out, with its Lord of the Flies meets Survivor concept, I think this genre was just waiting to erupt eventually into the gaming market. PUBG made it mainstream on PC, as well as Fortnite, which did the same on consoles for kids and big kids all over the world. While I enjoyed Fortnite for a time, there is an aspect to it that I just don't enjoy as much as seemingly most other gamers. It's the building mechanic. They implemented it well, and they did something not many others had even thought of at the time. Realm Royale takes much from it. There is no avoiding that. Weapons come in a variety of rarities and can be quick swapped out with the press of a button. The Battle Bus has had a slight makeover, sure, but it's here in all its unashamed glory. Emotes, check. Skins, check. Battle passes, check. Even the UI has familiarities and aesthetic choices, certainly borrowed heavily from elsewhere. Now that we've got that out of the way, we accept it, let's move on. Because not only does Realm Royale do many new things, in my opinion, it might just be the better game. After choosing solo, duo, or team play, you pick a class. One of 4 knights. 4 knights? Ugh, I'm so sorry. Each of these 4 misfits have their own special abilities as well as passive weapon proficiencies. They are overall well balanced, each with pros and cons that will suit different play styles. The assassin class is my current favourite, with 20% bonus to damage with ranged snipers, but the warrior's leap and proficiency with Thor's hammer is a nice touch. The hunter's equally good, and I've not really messed about with the mage, not my thing. You're launched across the sky in the not battle bus, ready to depart, and down you go. No gliders here, you take a more Man of Steel approach when it comes to landing. If you're in need of a quick getaway or just don't fancy walking everywhere, a quick button press and you'll whip a steed or vehicle out of your, well, I didn't really ask, and off you go. This allows for faster travel, but negates any offensive abilities, aka you can't fire while riding, but it's really good because it means that the fog of war isn't exactly a huge issue. Your first port of call will be gearing up. Chest absolutely litters the world, like seriously, they're everywhere. These things are scattered all over the place, and popping them open gives a cheeky little endorphin rush every time, particularly if a more rare or epic item jumps out to greet you.
I found an apple.
This is where the first new mechanic arrives. You can grab up the weapon for use, or you can recycle it, the points of which you can use later at the forge. This is a very cool mechanic, as you feel like, regardless of what tut pops out, it's of some use. Now, at the forge, you can craft a variety of different items and even more rare gear. There is, once again, a slight lottery mechanic to this. So much of these games are designed around addiction loops, but boy do they nail it. Of the 2 vials you can collect, health and shield, these can also be crafted to give you a touch more protection when you inevitably face down against another player, but topping up your shield is going to be a first port of call. Controlling the game feels decent with a pro controller, but why on earth we don't have motion controlled aim in here escapes me, and it needs to come in a patch down the line. That being said, I found aiming okay, with weapon accuracy being reasonably forgiving. When you've landed the killing shot on your first enemy, it comes as somewhat of a surprise to see them spontaneously erupt into a chicken. Here's our next new mechanic. When you're knocked down, you become a helpless Pollo Loco, a chicken who can merely run away as fast as his little legs will take him. This is a stroke of genius, in that if you can avoid damage, which is an unbelievably long time in practice, trust me, but definitely doable in certain environments, then you'll come back from the dead, ready to take the fight back to the player. I love this mechanic. It's particularly good when playing solo, and many times I was able to dip, dodge, duck, dive, and cluck my way out of danger, only to respawn and remind whoever killed me they should have done a better job. Conversely, when you're the one chasing the chicken, did I really just say that? It's both hilarious and exciting ending them, and the shower of weapons and pickups that follows is a delight. As well as weapon drops, you can also collect these which modify your abilities passively. All these power-ups can be equipped in one of the 2 slots for added abilities, usable with the R and L bumpers, affecting your physical self, allowing perhaps a higher jump or a fast dash, and offensive or defensive abilities such as grenades or healing. These add a further strategy, and depending on the scenario, you might want to experiment with the best combo, as the big bad grenade is most likely going to be less useful than a party healing or invisibility move in one situation, but absolutely essential in another. Just as with other Battle Royale games, there's a fog mechanic which gradually shrinks the play area until you're down to the last few players, the inevitable end being the last man or team left alive. There's little in gaming that comes even close to this feeling of exhilaration. It's a formula that works so brilliantly, it's crazy it didn't come sooner. For my money, Realm Royale is an equally good, if not better game than Fortnite. Already the community seems pretty decent and it runs great on Switch. Voice chat is flawlessly implemented, and the forging mechanics and ability to essentially revive yourself in solo are good for gameplay. You can cross-play with other platforms like PC and Xbox, which is nice, but if you're playing against keyboard and mouse players, expect to be dominated. That's why I stuck to just playing against Switch. Gameplay scores 17 out of 20, and the controls 15 out of 20. They need to bring gyro aiming across. Visually, they've done an excellent job as regards the performance on the Switch. While not 60 FPS, everything seems to be native or near native and running almost flawlessly for the majority of your playtime. Netcode seems very good, with kills and shots registering quickly and the voice chat working well. While the low poly style is nice and the several emotes and skins allow for customization, you could argue they borrow too heavily in the visual department. I genuinely checked to see if this was made by Epic at one point. That being said, they have worked hard to give each biome, if you will, a very unique flavour. One minute you'll be in a Chinese pagoda, and the next trudging through snow-filled caves. View distance on other players is very high, which is brilliant, and had it not been so, would have basically destroyed the experience. Character design is solid, and each of the 4 can be customised until the cows come home, if you're willing to pay. Game audio is great. I am very impressed with the directional sound. Even when playing through a TV, the faux 3D sound does a great job of letting you know a good approximation of nearby players' movements. Music's strong, and to use Shannon's recent analogy, they nailed that slot machine feeling when you open a chest, with the sounds and visuals enticing you to open just one more.
Found an epic.
Visuals score 17 out of 20. Weapon designs, the map, and most importantly performance are solid. They could have been a lot more original. Audio scores 18 out of 20. It is excellent, with particular merit going to the directional sounds. The Founders Pack costs £11.99 or $14.99, and I guess the EU one's probably €14.99. It includes the Adventurer's Mount, Chicken, Spray, Avatar, just aesthetics really. You're paying to get early access to the game and a couple of skins. What annoys me about this and other similar titles is how heavily weighted towards paying for a better experience they are. For example, having not bought the Battle Pass out of sheer stubbornness, I felt like my name was not on the guest list of a VIP club, even getting win after win, which reminds me, why didn't I get a Battle Pass for buying the Founders Pack? Seems a little tight-fisted on the devs' part if you ask me. Now, I am almost certainly going to plumb for the Battle Pack now, as seeing the rewards I would have got is beginning to grate on me each level I go up. Having shelled out over a tenner for a beta of a game that is going to be free, and not getting a Battle Pass though, the salt is a little bit real. Still, there's so much to do in the game and it's very addictive and enjoyable. But for the Founders Pack, I give value 13 out of 20. Obviously, when the game launches for free, you can add approximately 7 points to the value score. Realm Royale takes a familiar format and mixes in some nice class-based mechanics, a touch of crafting, and a whole load of chickens. I am well and truly hooked and selfishly hope you guys go out and buy it so we can all play together. If you're over Fortnite, perhaps these 4 nights will entice you somewhere else. It scores a switch-up score of 80%. Let the battle begin. Thanks again to everyone. Remember, we're just about to, in the next video, give away our free Nintendo Switch game to the subscriber most active and engaged on the channel. But if you fancy joining the Patron Saints, then there's about 39 of those guys, so your odds, the Patron giveaway, are much higher. As always, for all things Switch all the time, keep it Switch up. Cheers guys. See ya!